Look me in the eye. Look me in the eye. Are you ready to go? LB, are you ready to go? Nikki, you ready to go?
Yes.
We're going to do this. Laura, you ready to go? All right, we're going to do it. We're going to kill it.
Are you ready?
Every one of us. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready. We are going to kill it.
Yes. You get that?
I think it was perfect timing.
Guys, that was a great way to start. Well, hey sippers. Welcome back to another episode of Four Sips In. This is Briana. I am hosting for the night, and we have Laura.
What's up?
Nikki.
Hello.
And LB.
Hey.
So, of course, the usual crew here with us tonight. I was in charge of providing the snacks, and we are celebrating Nikki's birthday.
Woo-hoo.
Nikki loves ice cream, so what I have done is I've put together a sundae bar for all of us. So we have chocolate and vanilla ice cream, sprinkles, Oreo cookies, mini M&Ms, nuts, chocolate chips, and then the chocolate hard shell because Nikki really likes that, and caramel, and then we also have whipped cream. So we are going to make some fun little sundaes tonight, everybody.
Awesome Sunday bar.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it, and I'm also excited that I have all of the leftovers, so another fun part. All right, so I also got the wine for us. Another just great process of picking wine is, of course, I knew I was going to get a cab because cabs are my favorite. Every time for probably the last month or so that I've walked into Spirits, this wine has been at the very front of the store, and so I kept thinking, I should try it. It's the McManus 2022 Cabernet, and it's just been at the front, and I keep meaning to try it, and then I would forget by the time I walked around the store and never bought it. So I remembered this time. This is what I've grabbed for us, and it says 5 generations of family farmers have strived to grow quality grapes with outstanding depth of flavor. So y'all get ready for some depth of flavor tonight.
Love grapes.
So yeah, it says that it opens with a ripe blackberry. It's medium-bodied on the palate with juicy black cherry and finishes with a well-rounded creamy tannins and a hint of mocha and smoke. So we're just continuing this mocha train, but we're adding a little smoke tonight.
Yes. It seems like it would.
You don't even need that.
Pair well.
I know. Well, I need to get the foil off.
Well, it's a twist. No, there's nothing. It just twists.
I have a question though, because
Yes.
one of the things we talked about on the last episode was the well underneath. So I feel like that's a measurement we should start using with the wines, along with the the price.
Pretty
Is it a
deep.
deep well?
Let me feel.
I didn't
Not as
feel the
bad
last
as
one.
last
Okay,
one.
so it's
Yeah.
not.
I would say that's
not
about
as deep.
half the girth.
Shallow.
It's got a shallow well.
Shallow well, and it was on sale, so it was $9.99 a bottle.
Oh.
So
Perfect.
hopefully good things. So Nikki, I will serve you first.
Birthday girl.
Since it is your birthday.
Are we saying how old? Are we
Oh,
gonna?
I wasn't gonna
am
make
I?
her do it.
I think-
Well, I'm just
No,
asking.
I
You don't have to.
I'm not ashamed of my age, but I think I've been saying since January I'm 42, so I'm finally actually 42.
So you practice all year, so you get it right.
When you start subtracting the year, I've gotten so old I have to do the math that way. So it just starting in January, I do the math and I'm like, oh, it's 42 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Nikki's birthday is January 1st. But I guess we're not celebrating. No,
Do we have-
just. I have another bottle.
Okay.
Oh yeah, $9.99. Do we need to pull out the microphone for the song?
I've been practicing.
Is
Oh,
it
you
near
have?
here?
Do you have the microphone?
You've been
Let me-
practicing?
Yeah, because
Let
I
me
feel like you need a
check.
different happy birthday than what Brianna got.
Oh.
I've been ready to sing. I'm ready. It's a little different. I don't know how it's gonna go with the rest
Have
of
you
us.
been You say you've been practicing?
I'm practicing. Not with a microphone though. Oh, she's got
It looks
two.
like it's dead again. And this one we have to be careful with. It will amplify your voice if you press the bottom button. If you press the top button, it will sing "Let It Go."
Oh, so
I
the
should bring my
bottom button.
Cocomelon microphone.
Oh, does it do that every
Hello,
time?
testing. Okay, all right, ready for Laura.
Okay.
Bottom button,
that
or else we'll be serenading with "Let It Go."
Okay.
Are we ready?
LB, you want the pink microphone?
I'll take it. Do you have a candle?
Yes.
Well, I mean,
Right.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to trade off of it.
Briana is pulling out
Great Hair
a
Wax
real
Company.
candle.
Yes.
Fine.
Picture.
I think it's what, an 11 ouncer?
Yeah, this was a 14 ouncer.
14 ouncer.
It's a
Yeah,
rosé.
the size is actually discontinued now, so only the second best for Nikki for her birthday candle here. But it's fine. Okay. All right. Are we ready, everybody?
No,
We're all
singing.
doing it together, right?
Yeah.
You're all gonna sing.
Yes,
I'm
okay.
besides you.
Yeah.
I just was intimidated by our lead vocalist here.
Oh.
Okay.
Y'all just follow my lead.
All right.
Okay.
We got it. We got it.
2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nikki. Happy birthday to you. Briana, you didn't sing.
I could not keep up with that.
I was
I
Now
sang
you
it.
gotta light it back.
Y'all, that was
I
supposed
sang
to
at the beginning, but then I couldn't follow
I
what
didn't
was
know
happening.
if I should. Again, I was intimidated by our lead vocalist.
I
Yeah.
think that's the only time
Laura
I've ever
killed
been
it.
serenaded.
Laura killed it.
I'm ashamed to tell you what that was supposed to be because I feel like it wasn't, but it was supposed
Marilyn
to be.
Monroe?
Yes, sexy and seductive.
Yeah.
It did not come out that way. I know it
No,
didn't.
I disagree. I
Yeah, I
think you
disagree.
nailed it.
Did I nail that?
Yeah,
Okay.
you nailed
I think
it.
you nailed it, Laura.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I love that you guys lied to me.
No, I was getting
I
that.
taste the smoky.
Yeah, I do too. I like it.
Interesting. Do you taste the smoky?
It takes a twang.
Twang,
Not
I like
necessarily
it.
Did y'all check the viscosity?
What's that?
What the hell?
The viscosity is when you do this to your wine, and the longer it takes to drip means the better.
Is that when you do this and go?
Oh, the legs.
yes. Okay, here we go.
I'll be using big words on it.
Check the viscosity. Is that the right word?
Swirling it around.
Yes, I'm getting you all ready for the wine festival. you
Yes. Yeah.
know. I
Laura
know.
said, don't
Don't
even
even
about
bring that up. Listeners, if anyone has an extra ticket here, I am a procrastinator and waited until the last minute when it was sold out, and my entire gang has tickets but me. And I'm freaking out because I FOMO, I don't want to miss out. And I tagged you guys in it, and nobody has a
surely
ticket.
It was your idea.
I know.
I know. Something will, it'll happen.
I have faith.
It's going to happen for you.
I
It's
still
gonna
have
happen.
I
faith.
do too. You should, as you should.
I even asked my private groups. It's like, if anyone has a ticket.
Well, we can always kick Preston to the curb, and
Well, no, I'm not gonna do that.
I would never do that.
Preston has friends going, doesn't he?
I do.
Oh.
I'm sure he does, probably.
Oh, he didn't get to go last year. He's excited to go this year.
So two of my other friends and I don't know when it was before my first child was born. We would go to wine tastings locally, I think it was Spirits had one. That's the one we went to for the longest. So anyway, Spirits doesn't do it anymore, and so we went last year. And so last year I was with those two other friends, and I was like, we're doing our wine tasting thing.
And you didn't tell him about it, right?
No, I told him. I just didn't invite him because I was
Classic.
Yeah, it's our thing.
yeah. So, but then he.
FOMO.
Yeah, because a couple of his friends were there. Anyway, so this year I was like, do you want to join?
Yeah,
this
he's
year?
excited to
He
go.
is excited, yes. And there are going to be a couple good bands there.
Oh, fun.
Mm-hmm. Three's Company.
If worse comes to worse, is it outside?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'll just come and hang out in the outskirts and yell and wave,
Surely somebody will be.
and you guys
Somebody
can just
will
come
take
see
pity
me.
on you.
Or we can do something afterwards because it ends at what,
It's on
7?
Sunday.
Well, it
It's on
ends at
Sunday.
7. I mean, we're starting here at 7:30.
I know. Well, I'd have to drop. I
That's
have
it.
a
Y'all will have to
babysitter.
come back here because my babysitter
Oh,
also.
babysitter will be.
Well, never mind then.
But we'll figure it out. It'll work out. We still.
Yeah,
have
it's
plenty
gonna
of
work
time,
out
for
right.
sure.
Who else wants
I'm
chocolate?
gonna
Is
find
their
a ticket.
base?
I think I want half that, half that.
Okay.
And we will be right back.
Hey sippers, this is Briana from 4 Sips In. If you love candles as much as I do, check out Great Bear Wax Company. The soy wax candles are hand poured in small batches and the scents are amazing. Use code Briana for 10% off your purchase on burnbear.com. Hope you enjoy.
The wine is really flavorful. It's really
It
good.
is.
It's tangy. Is that the right word? To me, it's tangy.
So anyway, I kind of got sidetracked because we were going to these. I mean, we weren't serious, but the first few ones we went to were very like people had like necklaces that held their wine glass, and they were like checklists of all the things.
The viscosity.
And I learned about. Yeah,
Yes.
A lot of people were checking.
Like they graded it? Or like rated it?
Yeah, they rated the wine. And also, what I didn't realize was that there would be water around.
That was really loud, y'all.
Whipped cream. Briana has the whipped cream out.
And I didn't know you're supposed to like rinse out your glass after tasting all the wines. I just
Well,
was
who
like,
would know
why?
that?
well, now I do.
Well, I wouldn't have known
So I was like, anyway, they used
don't
to be
do that
real
here.
serious, but now the serious level has gone down as far as like.
You were the different class of folks. Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm sorry. I'm losing all. I'm like
No, you were fine.
so like
Distracted
by the ice cream. That's why it doesn't matter what I'm saying.
These
It's ice cream.
tiny Oreos are adorable.
Yeah, aren't they cute?
Aw, they're like little babies.
I love mini Oreos.
I thought you just crushed them. I thought they were just crushed
Well,
Oreos.
most people do that, but I already had the mini ones, so I just put them out in whole form, mostly because I didn't have time to crush them. So sorry, y'all.
Well,
No,
I'm
they're
glad
much
that
better
I
than-
am putting peanuts
I'll
on
put
my
it in.
ice
No,
cream
I got it.
because then it's healthy.
Agreed.
Because it has protein.
Protein.
So now it's healthy.
I'm there with you.
Yeah, probably should have warned you that those are honey roasted peanuts. Though, so not that healthy. It's fine. It's your dream.
Yeah. It's her birthday.
Right.
It can be whatever she wants.
Did you, when you were little, like put peanuts in Coke?
No, I think that's a southern thing.
Is it?
And so when I was like real little, I didn't hear about that until I moved down here. And then I just never did it.
These peanuts remind me of that.
I've done it as an adult to see what
it
it's
tastes
about, and it's disgusting. Like, gross.
I liked it.
But I also don't like boiled peanuts.
No, you don't put boiled peanuts in Coke.
Well, I'm just saying that's a southern thing too. And I just don't like boiled peanuts.
I like it.
So she was asking if I put peanuts in Coke. And I tried it as an
Peanuts
adult.
and Coke?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Like, what does that do? Go to the bottom and
I
flavor
don't know
your
what it
Coke?
does.
You just put it in the, like, you get like a regular Coke and you put the peanuts in there and like it'll fizz a little bit, but
Interesting.
And then you drink it and
What
eat
does
the
it taste
Coke.
like?
Or
I
eat
don't
the
know, it
peanuts.
reminds me of these honey roasted peanuts.
Oh, okay.
But I don't
Well,
know if
Go
that's
all the
because
way.
we used honey roasted peanuts the time I did it when we were a kid.
Do they go all the way to the bottom or do they stay at the top?
You know, they stay at the top, I think.
So you eat them.
It's been a very long time.
Matt does it.
That's
Does it?
very
Like,
interesting.
he actually likes it. But
It's a southern thing.
it's gross. What was that?
No, I looked at this and giggled because of how it made a loud noise. And then I
Oh,
was like,
you're
should
about
I
to
do
do it
that?
again.
Yeah, like, I'm definitely
It's worth
gonna do
it. It's worth it. Get ready, y'all.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm distracted by my phone, but I'm gonna be stopping that.
Do
Who
we need to take it
who
from
is
you?
taking your attention?
Well,
I might be jealous.
it's just like
That's it. There you go.
well, one of them, actually, somebody had asked me a question, and I got sidetracked with something else, and I came back to a question. I was like, let me text you in a couple hours. I'm about to record a podcast.
There you go.
And then the other one was Preston texted me about how much that my kid wanted to tell me how much money he got this weekend, and it was like $53.
Wait, how do you do that?
A lot of things, like a lot of work and the tooth fairy, and
How many teeth? One.
not that much, just a whole combination.
Okay,
of
how
all
much
the
does a
things.
teeth? How much does a tooth go for nowadays?
Okay, so in town is what we were out of town this weekend. Me and the kids were out of town this weekend. Out in town, the gun rate's like $2 to $3.
Okay, all right.
This is the first time it's been out of town, and he got $10.
Because somebody didn't have change.
So that
okay.
contributed, but then he also earned money for doing work out, because we were out,
Yeah,
doing stuff.
Our tooth fairy always gave 5 for a tooth.
yeah.
Yeah.
5 seems like a good number. 10, I think you've set a bad precedent. I'm worried for you.
Yeah. We'll cross that bridge there.
But the tooth fairy money always came covered in sparkles, like the tooth fairy had touched it. And whenever
Glitter?
Well, not glitter. I think the Tooth Fairy used nail polish with glitter in it. Nail polish with glitter.
That's smart. I would have thought
That
the
is
hair
genius.
glitter, but
Oh, that would be smart too. And
good ideas, Tooth Fairies out there. Benny, listen.
Right.
And when the when she used it at Disney, they were very confused. They were like, "What is wrong with this money?" And she's like, "The Tooth Fairy gave me that one."
Spin pixie dusted. Yeah, whenever you turn it in, it might get a little confusing because it's, either like a kid thing or not a kid thing, I feel like is where sparkly money might come in.
Yeah.
I was a horrible Tooth Fairy only because I felt like a ninja every time I had to go into his room.
Hey, what are you talking about?
Well,
For the
Tooth
fairies
Fairy
out there.
felt like a ninja.
yeah, the Tooth Fairy felt like a ninja and like fell over the trucks and like did a jump roll.
Well, I hear that now the Tooth Fairy gives out pillows with your child's name on them in the shape of a tooth that you just hang on the door.
Oh,
with a
that would
pocket
be
in the
so
back.
great.
So
that's
The
genius.
Tooth Fairy does have those.
Yeah,
Like
the Tooth Fairy
scared
gives
to
those
death
out.
that he was gonna wake up.
Yeah.
Like
I know.
yeah.
Yeah,
Here's my
no.
question.
Tooth Fairy has entered 2024.
Wow. Well, I just now. Today was what was the day? What was that? What's that thing? It's like the date that you found out.
I was 0 days old.
Thank you. I was 0 days old. I am 0 days old.
I'll
Yeah.
get my Tooth Fairy to talk to your Tooth Fairy
That would be great.
and see if we can fix that.
Thank you. I guess they can.
So, does y'all's Tooth Fairy keep the teeth?
Oh, that's a good question. Do they keep the teeth secretly?
Mm-hmm.
What do the tooth fairies do with those teeth? Do they keep?
They're gonna make a
them?
necklace.
They're sitting in a nightstand right now.
And is there a plan to
No,
give it to the
A couple
No.
keychains.
no, but I have seen like
First
some-
girlfriend. I mean, what else do you do with them?
Well, I mean,
like
I couldn't
literally.
like the Tooth Fairy could not throw them away because like
Because they're baby teeth and they're so little and they're too cute. And then they grow up to be like little smart asses and you have to look at the baby teeth to be like, to remember them when they were sweet. But what are you going to do with them?
what are you
Well,
gonna
I've
do with them?
seen where they have these pillows that you like sew the teeth into, and it looks like this crazy.
The Tooth Fairy's gone too far with pillows now.
Wow.
I don't know what you're supposed to do with them.
So I know some people keep them in like a memory box and they just
Mine are
live
in a
in a
box.
memory box. Yeah.
But they're
so-
in individual baggies. Because like every time we would
nice.
we'd knot it and put it in a baggie.
Yeah.
And so they're like,
So
I like that. That's a good idea.
all of
Could also
Piper's
write like
had
the
to be-
date on them,
no, I didn't do that.
on the bag, not on the teeth. Teeth are too tiny to write stuff on.
all of Piper's had to be pulled at the dentist, so they always came in little.
Oh, in the
Pieces
things,
of-
yeah.
Oh, that's
The Tooth
convenient.
Fairy still has them.
So what is this? What is her tooth fairy going to do with them? Cover them in glitter?
Yeah.
Put them in pillows.
You could just put them in resin, like just remake the mouth.
I mean, it really is sort of
Resin.
gross, right? I mean,
Yeah.
why not?
No, it's kind of gross.
So,
I
do you
can't find a picture of what I'm talking about, but yeah.
want to be sad for a second?
Not really.
As long as you bring me out of it.
I mean, I think it's funny, but it's sort of sad.
Okay.
We can cut this out. So when I was a kid, we were poor. Okay, we were dirt poor. And my mom, I lost a tooth, and she had this extravagant story. She was like, the tooth fairy came, and she was this little blue fairy, and she had wings, and she had her little wand, and she came and got your tooth, and I needed money for cigarettes, and I borrowed the tooth fairy money. And that's why you don't have any tooth fairy money. And I was like, it's okay, Mom. Like, go get your cigarettes. But I had this image when I was a kid of this little blue fairy. Like, she was so detailed about what this tooth fairy looked like. Like this little blue fairy with her
Like
wings.
you had the perfect image, except
I had
she
the
gave your
perfect
mom
image,
cigarette
except
money
it was for
and-
cigarette money and I didn't get anything. But I mean,
Oh, that is
that's
rough.
what I remember when I think about the tooth fairy. But like, hopefully, Dustin's
It's a little better.
memories
better
of the
than
tooth fairy
mine.
are a little better.
I hope so too. Okay, see, that weirdly kind of does lead into what I wanted to talk about tonight.
Oh, good. Let's hear it.
Somehow that actually leads into it. So I was just like thinking and talking about this earlier, but like, do you guys have any specific things, like maybe like a fear that was instilled in you from, a show or just like other stories or something that people made up that like you thought you would actually encounter in real life. And like, I'll give an example so you know what I'm talking about. But like quicksand.
Oh.
Like I really thought one might just be walking and encounter quicksand.
Yeah.
And that just does not happen. And that's just wild that like I was so concerned about quicksand, just like the possibility of quicksand, and it never encountered it. Never once happened to me. Does anybody else have one of those?
Or like
enough to know what to do.
strange men in vans offering you candy. Like that's never happened to me. But I've like totally been ready. Like if it was to happen, like I was
you were
ready. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, or that, or like giving you drugs. Like, hey, you want some drugs? You want some funny water?
The needles and the Halloween candy.
Oh,
and it turns out people don't give drugs
well,
away
look,
for
I
free.
still check Dustin's Halloween
I've
candy.
never once had a stranger walk up to me and offer me drugs.
Yeah.
Like, that has never happened.
Yeah.
Well, I have, but I mean, not as a kid. As an adult, but as a kid, no.
I was never a stranger.
I've had strangers.
I'm saying, me, I never had strangers.
I don't think I give off approachable vibes.
Me either.
So I don't think that
Well,
would
I have
happen.
RBF. I mean, I don't know how approachable I am, but not as a kid. I mean, and stop, drop, and roll. I really thought I was going to catch on fire once in my life.
Yeah, no,
Like,
that's a good
they
one.
really go over that. They really put that in your brain. Like, stop, drop, and roll is the thing you have to know.
And I remember too, and I forget which grade it was in elementary school. They were so worried about fires that they like came to our elementary school class and we did lessons on like how to create a fire safety plan for your house. And you were supposed to go home and make everybody in your family like run a fire drill.
I mean, honestly, that's what we should be doing.
Like, the mother should be doing, or the parents should be doing that. I don't know about the kids.
Yeah, I remember as like a small child being like, okay, I've developed our fire safety plan. It is now time to run a fire drill.
So you made your parents run a fire drill?
I don't think they entertained me in this.
Oh,
Maybe
but
they
you tried.
did.
I could totally see Briana trying.
Yeah, no, I remember like coming up with the plan and being like, yeah, just like you, like we gotta stop, drop, and roll. Fire safety, we're closing doors, we're shoving towels in the bottom, like we are ready for a fire. And that just, like the quicksand,
Has never
happened. A fire is more likely to happen than quicksand, so I do prefer to be prepared for that.
I will tell you what happened when I was a little girl.
Okay.
So my best friend, she and I were playing one day in her house, and we were throwing a baby doll up and down the stairs. I don't remember how old we were.
Smart parenting.
Yeah. We were throwing it back, and one of us threw it, and it hit the fire.
Oh,
What is it, the alarm? Mm-hmm. It was like above the stairwell right there, and it hit that and knocked it down. So she grabbed it and put it in her laundry hamper.
Okay. She was hiding it.
Yes, she was hiding it. And then her house caught on fire.
How long after?
What?
Oh my gosh, I did not see that plot twist coming.
You're supposed to have one in every room though.
I don't know what happened, but her house caught on fire. Like it was wiring, like in her brother's room or something. So it was like right by where the fire alarm would have been. So yes, then her house caught on fire.
Was she in it?
I don't know if she was in it or not. I know we were in 5th grade when it happened, and it just like burned.
Is she dead? Like, did she survive?
Yes.
Okay, so everyone survived.
Yes.
Nikki would not be laughing while
Well, I
if a
mean,
bunch of people died, Laura.
I was just making sure.
There was recently a big fire at an apartment complex.
Yeah, and Holt.
Yes. I drove by the other day and I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, you guys know I lost my house in a fire.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
You didn't know that? So, yeah, like, when Dustin was 1 year old, or 1 year old, our house caught on fire. I lost everything.
Oh man.
His baby book, my pregnancy journal, all of his stuff,
Everything.
those pictures,
That's so
everything.
hard.
Yeah, it was difficult. But you know that's why you have insurance.
Yeah.
So FYI, go out and get insurance. You don't know you need it
And
until you need
don't
it.
throw baby dolls around and knock your smoke alarms.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that wasn't
After
their
all.
only one.
I don't know. I mean, it only got like the top floor of their house, but then you also have like water damage from everything. And
Did they have sprinklers? Or from the?
fire? Yeah.
Okay.
Fire things. Whatever. fire trucks, whatever. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you do not get the smell of smoke out of your clothes. Mm-mm. Like, it does not go away. And insurance will do whatever they can to not pay you. That's their role. And they will, like, take it to a cleaner and try and give you your clothes back, and they just stink. It's bad.
I feel like I've been around a campfire all week, and I'm like,
Think about it. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't matter how many times. Yeah.
Do y'all smell it? Do I smell like smoke?
I don't smell it.
I don't smell it.
No, but I do know, like, how I typically smell after being at, like, a bonfire or something. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, you know, if you had, like, smoke covering your clothes, it would be like that, like 100 times worse, at least.
And they try to save whatever they can, and clothes was one of them. Okay, thanks for my clothes back, and they still stink here.
Yeah. Yeah, like, what am I supposed to do with these? I cannot. I don't know that would like go over well in an office environment to just be like covered.
Honestly,
like, house.
I might have something
clothes.
left. I'm pretty sure I have at least one or two items.
All right,
was
well,
in the
find
fire.
something, wear it, and then come to my office, and I'll
And
let you
see
know.
if you can smell it.
Still smells. I'll be honest with you.
I mean, a lot of our clothes came back. A lot of Dustin's clothes came back. But yeah, it was bad. I guarantee you I have something because I'm a hoarder, so I keep everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home and sniff all my clothes.
So
That's gonna be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But you were not at the house when this
No,
happened.
I was not. I was at work.
Right. But had you been, you would have been ready to stop, drop, and roll.
Definitely. Yeah, because
ready.
that's what I've been taught. No, and thankfully, all of my dogs were outside in a pen, which is good, but my turtle did die. Because he was inside. I had a baby turtle. He did die. But everyone else was safe. I was at work. I found out about 4 hours later because the power company got my name. Yeah, they called me and they were like, is anyone at your house? I'm like, no. Are you sure? No living human is at your house. You better tell me what the fuck is wrong with my house. Right. Like, tell me what's wrong with my house. And then finally, it took them a while, but they finally told me. Yeah. And
if it had been 4 hours, nobody
it was gone. It was
there.
gone. It was done. I was like, is there anything left? And they were like, no, ma'am, there's nothing left. Yeah, it's hard to hear.
Yeah.
It was surprising. But it's what it is.
But now you have a different house. And...
No, I have a different house. Yeah. I've made new memories with a new husband. A good husband.
Mm-hmm. And the tooth fairy kept all Dustin's teeth, so you have some baby item.
Yeah, because he didn't have teeth by the time the fire was. Yeah. He was only one.
So that's something.
Just his footprints and his hospital bracelet and his But everything else, we're good. Yeah, everything since then. Oh God.
I have about 3 things in a fireproof box, and one of them is sonogram.
Oh, God.
I need to remember to put those in the fireproof box, because I have a fireproof box with, like, nothing in it. Because I keep forgetting to put things in it. And, like, it's like, you put birth certificates in there, and then you got to take them out every time you fly, and then you put, like, a marriage certificate in, and it's like, well, you got to take that out, because, like, somehow, you got to, like, verify who your name was, what your name was. And it's like, every time I feel like I put some in there, I have to take it back out. It's like, why did I get this box?
Take that box out.
Yeah.
I was so type A during my pregnancy. Like, I kept a huge journal of every feeling and everything I ate and everything that I did during my pregnancy. I had all of our hospital bracelets and his little footprints and all of the ultrasound pictures. I mean, that's the only thing that really hurts when you lose everything in a fire. It's the things you really can't replace. Yeah. All of his pictures and things, but...
I need to do that.
But
luckily, this day and age, I also have digital pictures.
That's what I'm saying. Nowadays, you've got Facebook, you've got all these different OneDrive ways to keep your... I didn't have any of that. Like, I barely had a cell phone. Yeah. I mean, so I didn't have anything like I would have now, but still.
I should still put them in the box.
Yeah, still put them in the box.
I was the opposite.
Be prepared.
I didn't journal anything. I have 0 baby books. I probably should have done all that, but I didn't do that. Yeah.
It's like buying them.
I bought a baby book.
Oh, yeah, I do own one.
I bought one after the fact because I was like, I'm going to go back and fill it up. It's empty. It's empty. I mean, but I was doing so good in the first one.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I had everything. It's just like when you do all that and then it's gone. Yeah. It's just like, why now?
Yeah.
It's gone. It's all right. I have my memories.
That's true. That's true. You do always have those memories.
But stop, drop, and roll was definitely one that I thought I would use way more often. I don't think I've ever used that.
No, I've never been on fire.
I'm trying to think of irrational fears that I had. I don't really have.
Does it have to be irrational, or could it just be like a real fear?
No, I mean, it could be like a real one. Like, obviously, if a man does try to offer you candy to get in his van, like, that's a legitimate thing to be afraid of.
Well, nobody's ever been like, do you want to see my puppy?
Yeah. But, like, I feel like we were all pretty warned that that was going to happen to us.
I know, this happened to one of my friends recently. It was like everything was set, like they were with friends, but somebody asked her kid if they wanted to see something like a toy or something, like from their friend group, and he went. But like it was safe, like it wasn't like a stranger. But I mean, so it happens. It does happen.
Yeah.
It can happen so fast.
We used to live in a big city, and my sister took off. She was like 3, I was 6. She took off, and we called the cops. We couldn't find her, but she was a big talker. Like, she made friends with everyone, so she went down the street and made some new friends. But she did that at campgrounds. Like, she constantly just took off.
My sister and I would take off into the woods, like, she knew we were on a date.
So you weren't worried about that quicksand.
We were not. We never really thought about it. There was one time where we took off and we found, like, a waterfall. And so we just played in the waterfall forever. And then, like, we got home and Mom was mad. I'm like, why are you mad? Like, what? She's like, I've been looking for y'all, and we're like, oh, there was this cool waterfall.
Oh, I'm jealous. Your mom was mad. She might have missed you. I almost died when I was 8. We were in New Hampshire, and you know the snow and the ice. And have I told you guys this? I haven't told you my near-death experience. Well, we were looking for my friend's dog, and we went down this huge... We were in Manchester, New Hampshire. We went down this huge hill, and I saw the dog, or I heard a dog barking, and I told my friend, I was like, that's the dog. I said on the count of 3. So it was a river, and it was halfway iced, and in the middle of the river, the patch was open, and there was a rock, and my bright idea was we're going to walk on the rock and then go over to the next side of the river. I said on the count of 3, we're going to step at the same time and go. Well, I counted 3, and I went, and she didn't. And I was, of course, in my snowsuit with 3 pairs of socks on, and I don't know if you guys know what snowsuits are, but they're like suspenders and mittens and hat. I went under the ice. Like, I held onto the ice. I fell. Obviously, the rock was slippery. And I fell into the water and got to the ice edge. And I was holding onto the ice edge. And she was able to grab me and get me out of the ice. And so we had to crawl up this huge hill. And by the time I got up there, I mean, like, the parents, they were just mad I was wet. They were like, why are you soaking wet? Like, what are you doing?
Say I was under the ice?
I was like almost dead, but you know, it's different. It was a different life back then.
It really was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very
good on your friend, though.
Yeah, for saving me. And I was about 500 pounds. Like, think about it. I had no, I wasn't like super fat. But my snowsuit and all of my layers and soak that in water, I was like 3 times my normal weight.
Wow.
So like for her to be able to get me, and then for me and her to be able to crawl up that hill, and I just remember like holding onto tree branches and then falling back down and then going back up. But yeah, I mean, the parents were just like, why are you wet? I was like, I almost died. I will never forget that, because like had I let go of the ice and she not got, like, as an adult, I realized how scary that situation is.
So did she ever find her dog?
No.
Oh.
No. We never found the dog. And so I'm guessing that wasn't her dog across the river.
And we will be right back.
Hey, it's LB from 4 Sips In. Are you a mom who could benefit from postpartum support? Check out happymomswellness.com to learn more about this valuable monthly support that is delivered straight to your door. Use code PODCAST to get 10% off your first order of the postpartum monthly subscription boxes.
All right, so y'all, I have a toast for
Yeah,
the
let's
week.
hear it.
So I don't know, did any of y'all watch The Bachelor? Okay.
Nope.
All right, well, that's fine. You're not going to understand this, but it's gonna get to a good point and why I'm toasting these people. So the final 2 were just like 2 amazing women. It was Kelsey A. and Daisy, and they were the final 2 vying for Joey. And he's the one that's going to propose to one of them.
With the rose?
Well, with a ring, and then give them the final rose.
Okay.
Yeah, they give out roses up until the end. And so, anyway, so Daisy realizes that it's not her. like after her last date, like she realizes it's gonna be Kelsey, it's not her. And so on the day of the engagement, like she goes to see Kelsey and talks to her, and then like they actually ride to where he's going to propose. Generally they come in separately, like they come in 2 cars, and whoever goes up first, like they're getting dumped. And then the one that comes next is gonna get engaged, right? Because he's not gonna propose and then be like, we're about to celebrate, but hold on, I gotta dump somebody real quick. All right, so whoever gets out first, you know that it's not them. Well, they ride together and they're like holding hands and everything, and that's never happened before. And so Daisy goes down to talk to Joey, and so he tells her like what an amazing time she has, and so she responds that it's been great falling in love with you, and says sweeter stuff than that, but then says, but I know you're not going to choose me. And so she does the like breaking up. And later she says like it's so he didn't have to do it. Like she did it so he didn't have to do that, because she knew that like that was really gonna hurt him. And so
she's a better person than me.
Yeah, you're right. Well, and then so she walks back out herself. He asks if he can walk her out, and she says, I think I need to do this on my own, but it's because she rode with Kelsey, right? So Kelsey's waiting up there. And so she's like, I think I need to do this on my own. And so she goes back to Kelsey, who had recently lost her mom, and gives Kelsey a hug and says, your mom's looking down on this moment. I know she's so proud of you, and was like her support system in that moment, despite the fact that like she just got her heart broken, which I thought was just incredible, like an incredible display of class. And so after, the show ends and everything, they always do this after the final rose where they interview and they talk to everybody. And generally like the 2 women never talk to each other.
Yeah.
They don't get out on the stage and talk to each other. They might talk to each other, in their free time or something.
Yeah.
But generally they don't put it on stage because they're like, well, why'd you choose me?
Drama.
Yeah, usually it's a drama thing. And it was not at all with either of these 2 women. And so they get out there, and Kelsey, who is the one that did get chosen, was like, well, what I think everyone needs to understand is like we can be friends because Daisy is amazing and she's beautiful, and that doesn't take anything away from the fact that I'm amazing and beautiful. I was like, what? Like an incredible display of how everyone should be, and like in just like a world full of like, well, I have this a little bit better, this, I just thought that like that was incredible. And especially on a show where typically, like, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of reasons that I watch the show is because of the drama, like it's really catty,
You want to watch it and not
these
be in it.
people are angry at each other for no reason. Like most of the time the drama, I'm like, are you just drunk? Or like you're just like, what? No one's slighting you by doing this. And so I was like, wow, that was good for the world to see. Like, it was actually really good. And then so my roast, usually a little bit tougher of a roast, but I've seen it a lot recently. So my roast for the week, also things that I've seen on TV, when parents, particularly of athletes, try to make their children's moments about them. I'm gonna roast those parents.
Okay, did you watch it last night or something?
Well, that is an example for sure. And yeah, I know some of you listening might not appreciate this example, but I truly felt bad for Sears last night, not because he lost the game, but because of how his mom acts in the stands. I mean, like, you can cheer on your kid. Oh, you guys didn't watch the game?
Yeah.
Like, you can cheer on your kid. Now, she's done this for every game, so this is not new. It's just now, really on the national stage.
Yeah.
But, and a lot of people wear, like, blinged out everything, and, that's fine. But, like, she brings a miniature basketball and does the full free throw motion along every time her child does it.
About her.
And so then, of course, they pan to her after he shoots, and she's like high-fiving and everybody around her. I don't know if it's her husband or his dad or whoever this male figure is. He is not entertained at all by her.
Not at all.
Most of the time, he ignores her high fives, her everything. So I'm like, do you not realize how embarrassing you are? And she's not the only example. That was just, one in particular. I've never seen somebody bring a basketball and like fake shoot along with their child. Like that's a new one for me.
So what did she do when he lost?
Oh, well, I don't know. They didn't show her at that point. I was also like almost just asleep. The game was really late last night. So I probably wouldn't have noticed. But like this happens from like little league to professionals. Like, you know, my oldest plays t-ball, and like I go to her games and I cheer for her. I do give her some direction on running, but it's because she's 4 and doesn't always know which way to go. But I don't run along the baseline with her.
Because you're not a narcissistic mother.
There's so many different variations of it. Like, it's hard to...
It really is, because that's also control of the broadcasters too, for them to do that. They don't have to.
Right.
They have to ban to it.
Yeah.
But it's like, where, like, you got Jason Kelsey at Travis Kelsey's football game, like, going crazy in the stands, pulling his shirt off and all of that. That's seen as, like, he's really, like, enjoying what his brother's doing. Does that make sense? And so that's not seen as, like, him trying to take away.
Right.
But it's also, it is kind of taking away. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
So, I
guess for me, it's the, like, if Jason Kelsey was, like, catching passes, I would be like, okay, that's too far.
But also, I guess from the other side, it's like, if she's done this forever, is it like a, what is that called when it's like you do things because you think you're going to win? Or like,
superstition.
Like a superstition? Is that like a, you know, could that be a superstition?
Maybe.
Or maybe it started that way.
Yeah.
And then...
I'm sure you can probably tell by how she reacts to what she's doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like trying to see if the camera's looking at her, that kind of thing. So I just feel like...
Yeah, like I guess like I think it's different than like, for instance, Allie Raisman's parents.
Right.
At the Olympics. You know, like they like panic with everything she does. But I see that, and
that's what her mom does.
Right. I mean, the whole thing, like she is tense, like she is. But like I see that as more of like a fear that your child's going to get hurt. Whereas like sometimes in gymnastics, there are family members that do like the entire routine of their child, and I think that's over the line too. Like,
well, I don't know if they're like in
that's
3rd grade. Like, I'm all for the dad out there doing the moves with the little 3rd
well,
grader.
if you're trying to tell him what the moves are.
You're talking about grown.
Right.
Okay.
There's a lot of like being amped up for your kid and like doing the routine with them and yelling, like that is like a gymnastics kind of cheer thing. And you want, especially when you're doing like a cheer competition, you want everybody yelling and in, because you have to have that crowd engagement.
Yeah.
But if your mama's over there doing toe touches, then that's the line.
Yeah. Well, we are going to go ahead and close this episode. So thank you, sippers, for joining us for another episode of 4 Sips In. We appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, give us a review, and make sure to stay tuned for all future episodes. And so, cheers to not completely imitating your kid during sports. Woo!